There's gonna be something there, so it'll be okay. We're good.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. Of course, just start the thread on and make a thread base
Kill those two.
on the full shank. Come back to the hook eye and get the body material. Tie it in at the front. I didn't bring hackles, so I'll do the hackleless version here.
Okay.
If
Would you like
had,
some?
If you had the hackle, you could tie it on now.
Well, we
of
could
course.
go get some.
Do you want us to get you some?
If you want it on film, I
We
guess so.
probably ought to.
Yeah.
So,
You just want some white or yellow?
Yeah, white probably. I guess I'm doing a white one here, so.
Okay. Hang on a second. I just hold that.
I'll hold it.
I don't want to turn it off because it'll lose the.
We don't want to turn it off. You know what we're going to do? We're going to start over again.
Okay. How close does that thing focus?
Not close enough. I told it I should have brought my good camera. Jesse is, it will work, and I'm going, no it won't. About right there is.
This work for you?
Yep.
That can work. It's kind of a saltwatery.
Should be fine.
Why don't we start over again? I don't have to splice it.
No, it'll be fine. I can splice it real easy. It automatically asks me if I want to splice, and I can cut out sections, so we're good.
Okay. I'll set it right here.
Okay, we're going from here then.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, we got that in there. Tie in the hackle. Here again, I make a real heavy base there that's good to soak in the glue for when we get there. Bring the thread back. Start wrapping the body material. Tie it off. Here again, you want a kind of a pad of thread on both ends. So we build that up a little bit. I usually put one full wrap at the front and then maybe 3 wraps down the body, keep it fairly sparse. And then we get the foam body blank. Measure the hook gape, and then I bring it up so you can just feel the point above
Okay.
the top of the hook shank. Bring it down,
And then in you go.
yep,
Into the center.
center it, and then back at a 45-degree angle. And as I push it too, I look at it, make sure, see if I need to go one direction or the other just a little bit to
Hold that side.
keep it centered.
So you can see this side profile. Nice. Good. Perfect.
So when it goes on like that and down, we get the right angle.
Perfect.
And got a little glue here. Hopefully it's not all clogged up.
I've got some if you need it.
I think it is. Kids have been using it for something.
Of course, you have kids now. What do you?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like there's anything in it.
I think there is, but
Let me go. Mine's all ready to go.
okay. Sorry about that.
That's right. Here you go.
Thought this one was ready to go, but apparently the kids emptied it.
Hang on here. If it's going to come, then we need to. Oh, is it coming?
It's either all out or it's like
There you go.
dried solid in
You
there.
see that come down in the tube back here. That's what we said.
Now that'll really come out, Larry.
Yeah, just watch it come down slowly, and you'll come down the.
There we go. Ooh, too much. Didn't want to get it on your table.
Go to the kitchen and get a paper towel.
fast.
Yeah, you have to kind of watch it go down.
Little bottles don't come out near as fast.
Oh, you didn't need to wipe it on your hands. We'll bring you a paper towel.
That's fine. That's what I do. So they.
Chocolate binding in here, is that
Oh,
you?
turn it off if you will. Turn the orange button down.
Anyway, after that little glue fiasco, apply the foam. If some glue got in the hook eye, you can usually just flip it with your fingernail
It
and
pops the bubble.
pops it out.
Yeah.
And here's the important part. You want to get it exactly centered as the glue starts to set up. Like so. And then tie the back down. Trim off the excess, leaving a tab for the tail to nest into. A little divot on top.
Yep.
And then I usually double check
am.
here again. And
Did
then,
you put glue down on here yet, Larry?
Yep, I put on both ends. I usually do it at the same time
Okay.
because it's a fairly fast process. Shouldn't dry in that short a time. And then, of course, the marabou. Usually the shank length. Although when I'm tying for specific species, I'll go longer for bass and shorter for trout. But in general, the shank length is about right. Amount of flash is personal preference too, but I usually put a lot on. You can always cut some off if you don't want that much flash. I usually cut the flash off just slightly longer than the tail, because for some reason you can lose the marabou and it still works, but when you lose the flash it doesn't work quite as well. And you can, of course, finish it by hand or get one of these massive things.
That's been a custom-made job, eh?
A friend of mine made this, and
Oh my gosh.
I thought, that's exactly what I've been looking for.
I love it. Man, I didn't even notice that sitting there.
One of the guys in the club down in Bountiful
How
makes
cool
those.
is that?
He did it just for fun, but when I saw it, I go, I gotta
Big
have one of
flies,
those.
yeah.
I can
We
think
could
about-
probably use those
Oh my
too.
gosh.
Anyway, when you get to this point, the last important step is make sure the body's centered up on the hook shank. Sometimes it kind of moves one direction or the other. And then look right down the hook point, down the eye, down the lip. Make sure that's all centered, and that's
So now that won't roll. I mean, that's.
shouldn't.
That's not
The guys that use these need to learn how to retune them though, because as fish chew them up, they get out of tune, or if they hit rocks and stuff. And I've got a little instruction sheet. That's one of the things I want to do online is show you how to tune one of these. So that when it's swimming and it's coming up on one side, that means it needs more foam on that side to compensate and bring it back. So you just learn to
Just-
hook your fingernail and push it one direction or the other's kind of
It
malleable.
has
Yeah,
to
you
do-
just
it has
slide
to
the
do
hook
with
one way or
this.
the other.
You're not moving the body, you're moving the lip.
Yeah, moving the lip in relation to the eye, one direction or the other. Yep. And so sometimes even if it looks balanced, it's gonna, when it runs fast, like in a fast current, it's still gonna spin up and skitter on the top.
Now, is your hackle just to fill the gap, right? Pretty much the size of hackle that you typically choose?
Yeah, I usually choose something
Because ours
fairly
is
small.
excessively.
I mean, yours looks
long.
great, and it's for bass, perfect. But as far as what I would choose for a fly I'm fishing, I like a little more sparse. Yeah, maybe gape and a half, kind of length.
Okay. Well, that's kind of where we're at now. We just need to do less.
Just a lot less.
Yeah.
The kids have taken a whole hackle and